So I'm gonna explain all the perks in this game and pretty much what they do. So I went to the like my career mode of the game because it has every perk right here as you can see. So Marathoner, when you're moving in the game, it gives you a +3 stamina recovery. So let's say you stand still, throw 1-2, and you're backing up. Your stamina is gonna increase slightly faster than someone who doesn't have it. It's like a okay perk. Like I won't say it's the best or anything. Then you have Recharger, so it'll give your health. Let's say you have a 95 chin, right? You get stunned 2, 3 times, or whatever, so you have a pretty low chin. When you go into the next round, it'll give you a +5 health back to that stat. So instead of your chin being a 100, you take some damage, it goes down to like a 90. You'll go back into the next round with like a 95 or so. Higher altitude. This is strictly stand up. It's not nothing to do with the clinch or the ground, but your strikes, they consume slightly less stamina. So let's say you have 100 cardio, right? First 2 rounds, it gets down to a 90 or whatever, and you're kind of drained. With higher altitude, it'll cost like 3 to 5% less of your stamina to strike in rounds 3, 4, and 5. And Carve the Wood is a very good perk. So let's say, because I know Moreno has it. Let's say you're exchanging Moreno versus like Dylan Shaw or something, right? And you lose that exchange or whatever, you're going to have +3 to +5 health until your health recovers because he has more health than you. And Workhorse is transitions on the ground, striking on the ground, anything where you're literally on the ground is gonna cost you less stamina, and you get a +5 stamina boost while on the ground. So, for example, with Oliveira, I know he has it. Rachmanov has this as well. It's a very good perk if you're used to being on the ground and grappling. What other perks do we have here? Okay, Force of Nature. Now, to me, this is the best perk in the game, strictly off the fact if you have even like let's say I jab you one time. Who has this? There's a flyweight that has it. The name's like Askar or something like that. It's a southpaw. I jab you one time. My health, my head health goes up +5, body health and leg health goes up +5. Long as I have more health than you in that specific body, head, left leg, right leg. As long as I have more health than you, I'm gonna get a +5 to my health in that category. And out the gates, strictly stand up. It's the same as that thing's higher altitude. It's just rounds 1 and 2 instead of 3, 4, and 5. Now let's move on to some of the grappling perks. Slam boost, it's pretty much useless. I'm not gonna lie. It gives you 75% more damage to your power takedowns, and no one really attempts power takedowns in this game, so I don't really see the point in it. But Nightmare. So if you're ever grappling and they have you in a double, you're in a double over and they're in a double under, your defense gets slightly raised. So if they throw knees at you or they try to like take you down, for instance, your defense is improved. This perk, it well helps you get up from the ground easily. It gives you like a +5% to like your get up speed. So it's very good if you're not that great on the ground, but you know how to feint well. This perk, if they have you on the bottom, let's say you're going against Oliveira, right? Who has this perk? Oh, Gilbert Burns. Let's say you have Gilbert Burns versus Oliveira because they both happen to have this perk. If you're Gilbert Burns on the top and Oliveira tries to sub you with an arm bar or something from bottom full guard, for example, you're gonna have a +5 to your submission defense in that scenario. And then where's Crafty? Crafty's the same as that thing. It's just you're on the bottom. It's the same exact perk. You're just in the opposite scenario here. Now, slippery, if someone tries to like spam clinch you or spam grapple you, it lets you get away easily, pretty much. This goes really well with Skirmisher because I know Gustafsson has this perk. What other perks are there here? Okay, and Wrestling Clinic is the same as that thing as Nightmare, just if you're on top. Most of these perks are just the opposite of each other, honestly. And let's see here. Before we go into the striking perks. Okay, here it is. Light Glue basically lets you clinch super easily. This is very good if you have a reach advantage or someone, or someone's not that good on the ground, but they're denying your takedowns. Like John Jones has his perk, and it's really fucking broken because he has the longest reach in the game, and he has the best player model in the game. There's a guy, Sergey Popovich, right? They have the same reach, doesn't feel like it at all, and John Jones is able to clinch him with ease, pretty much. Now let's move on to some of the blocking perks. So Bulldog, literally, if you're standing still or you're just going towards them, you get a +5 block. So if your block's a 90 regularly and you're moving towards them, or you're standing still when you're blocking, it goes up to a 95. I know this is very good for pressure strikers. I know Nate Diaz has it. Brandon Moreno has this perk, I'm pretty sure. Let's see here. I know there's one, but it's the complete opposite. Where's it at? It's not untouchable. We'll get into that later. Where is it? I know I'm not. There's a perk for it because Yoel Romero has it, and it's called oh, I literally have it equipped. That's why. Okay, so Weathering Storms. It's the same exact thing. It's just you're moving backwards or sideways. I consider this perk slightly better than Bulldog, honestly, because in a fight, chances are you're not gonna just walk forward and walk forward and walk forward like you're a fucking Korean zombie. That's just not gonna happen. And if you're ever moving, like most of the fight, you should really be moving sideways because a lot of perks activate that way, and that's where Weathering Storms comes into play. Are there any more blocking perks here? Okay, perfect. Pay to miss, very, very, very good for counter striking. McGregor has it. Max Holloway has it. I'm sure there's more. I just can't think of them right now. But if you're standing still or moving forward and you're keeping your head off the center line, you pretty much get a +5 to your head movement, and your counter striking window gets it's way bigger. Honestly, it gives you a lot more time. Now Predator and Pay to Miss pretty much go hand in hand here. You get +5 to your footwork and your speed in general when you're moving forward or sideways. And the opposite of Pay to Miss, because Dom Cruz has these both. He has Skirmisher as well, which is the opposite of Predator. You just move backwards really fast, +5 speed to it. And then Untouchable is the same as that thing is Pay to Miss. It's just you're either backing up and swaying backwards or sideways. So I know Dom Cruz is really broken because he has 100 footwork, 100 head movement pretty much with these perks. Like, it's very hard to hit him. Now, steel checks. I know Jose Aldo has this, and he's a fighter with 80 switch stance. So if you can, tear his leg apart, you can do some damage. But if he checks one of your kicks, your leg is pretty much fucked. It'll take your health from like 100 to like a 85 just off of one check. It's ridiculous, and it gives them a 10% damage boost increase compared to others. So let's say Corey Sandhagen, for example, he does not have steel checks, right? So you kick him, he checks it. It's not gonna do that much damage. It's still gonna do damage, but of course, it's not gonna do as much. But if Aldo checks your kick, and you're gonna feel it. Let's see here. Okay, straight laser focus, straights, Supermans, or spinning punches. This does not count for spinning elbows, I'm pretty sure. But if you have this and Pay to Miss, your counter straights really, really, really broken. Honestly, you do. It gives you a +5 accuracy boost to straights, Superman punches, and spinning punches, and it gives you a what +5? Okay, +5 accuracy, and then +5 punching speed with these as well. That's what I was looking for. The best perk, the best stand-up perk in the game, fast hands. Hooks, uppercuts, or overhands get +5 to their accuracy and +5 to their speed as well. So this lets you chain combos really well. I know Dustin Poirier has this. I know Aldo has this as well. Literally, I know Piotr Jan has that. Jan is broken because he has fast hands and force of nature. So he's like a damn robot just coming towards you, just non-stop, and he can wrestle a little bit. But fast hands, really broken, lets you chain combos more. It's honestly a top 3 perk in the game. Taekwondo, I mean, I wouldn't say this is like useless, but like if someone sidesteps your kick, you're fucked. So, but it gives you +5 accuracy and +5 speed to spinning kicks. I don't really see the like bonus in this perk. Razor wire is complete cheese. Your elbows and your knees are faster. If what they mean by standing knees and elbows, if you're in side control, you know how you can elbow and knee people. That's not sped up or anything. It's if you're standing or even moving, as long as you're just in a boxing or a kickboxing scenario where you're just not on the ground or not grappling. Or no, I think it actually applies for grappling too, honestly. But it's really cheese. Frontal assault, those little teep kicks, front kicks. I know Adesanya, Kevin Holland, it's like this like side kick you can do with your back leg. I know John Jones can do it as well, but any type of kicks like that, it gives you +5 speed and +5 accuracy to it. Um, let's see here. Wake up call. Okay, this is a very good perk. If you sometimes it's inconsistent though, because I've had Bisping or Moreno and I've gotten stunned and they just not been able to recover. But usually what happens is you get stunned instead of, let's say, the regular player is stunned for 5 seconds, right? Wake up call, you're only going to be stunned for 2.5, maybe 2 seconds. So it gives you a chance to recover very fast after getting hit with a significant strike. Grinder is very good if you're a grappler. It gives you +5 stamina while you're in the clinch. Let's see what else here. What else do we have? I think I've gone over every perk. So to me, the best, I'd say 5 perks in the game. I just had like a custom fighter, whatever, 100 everything, and these are the perks I had to choose. Honestly, I would go with, for the way I play, fast hands just lets you chain combos together. Force of nature is very good, so I'd have that in my arsenal as well. Razor wire, of course. Oh, crazy legs. I forgot to go over this perk. This perk is so good if you are a fluent kickboxer. So I use Sandhagen, so he has crazy legs, razor wire, crafty, and frontal assault. So pretty much his leg kicks are 100 speed. They're like damn near unblockable. But switch kicks it's honestly the best kick in the game. That's not a spinning death kick. And it gives you +5 speed and accuracy, so it allows you to chain your combos together very well. What other perks have I not gone over here? I think I've gone over everything. Yeah, so those are all the perks here. Okay, so now we're going to be moving on to the best fighters at each weight class, and I will include the women and give them a small little shout out here. Okay, so get here really quickly. Choose back corner. Okay. So obviously the best fighter in this weight class is Joanna. Kickbox, she can switch stance. Not many people in this weight class can switch stance. She's one of the very few that can. She has the steel checks. She's a volume boxer too. She reminds me a lot of Gustafson, honestly, but like strawweight. If you get taken down to the ground, she's not that great down there. So her having to your feet is very nice. You can destroy someone's legs. She has basically 100 punch speed because she has laser focus and fast hands. So all of her punches except elbows and a jab pretty much have 100 speed. So you can volume box somebody. Now, if you're very good at inside fighting and just pressuring in general, Zhang Weili is very good as she has Predator, she has out the gates, fast hands, and Bulldog. So 4 out of the 5 of her perks are pretty much going forward and pressuring your opponent. And if you ever end up on the ground, you have no cigar, and that gives you that improved submission defense, and it brings you up from a 91 to a 96 if you're ever in a scenario where you're on top. Now, one of the sleepers is it? Yup, Amanda Lemos. Disgusting 97 hit power. I don't think anyone hits harder than her in this division, honestly. Yeah, nope, no one does. And she has the fast hands perk and Predator. And if you're moving sideways, you're gonna block better and you're gonna move faster. And if you get hit yourself, you're gonna recover faster. Obviously, level 5 overhand with Shek. Muay Thai combos, they're like, okay, like the meta in this game is really just boxing combos. Kickboxing allows you to throw slightly better kicks and various kicks. Level 4 boxing is really all you need if you want to meta. And she has great elbows, but like her reach is so bad where like you're just not gonna be in elbow range, honestly. Now for flyweight, obviously Shevchenko is the best here. She has literally zero weaknesses in her game, aside from a switch stance. But even then, if you're good at the game, that switch stance doesn't really matter. It brings your punching power from like a 100, for example, to a 85. But like if you're good, you're gonna put in that work and you're gonna put in that damage. Her clinch game is amazing. She has, I'm pretty sure, like damn near every like throw and toss in the game. She has great combinations. Her takedowns are good. She has good chokes, good submissions. There's literally zero weaknesses in her game. Uh, we just went over Joanna, clearly one of the best in this division as well. Now Talia's really slept on. 5'9", I'm pretty sure. Oh, I'm bugging. She's 5'6", but she feels really tall in the game. Fast hands, so her hands, they're obviously fast. They chain combos well. She has a little cheese for if you want to clinch your opponent. She's going to regain that health as the round ends and you're going into the next round. Razor wire, so you can cheese knees and elbows. And then if you're on the ground, her cardio goes up to a 97. All her perks are really good too. Now Andrade's not bad, but like her perks are like they're pretty good, but she's just really tiny. Like it's hard to use her if you're going against someone that can kickbox or they just know how to maintain their range, and you're just not going to be in power or in range for yourself to make opportunity of that. Nunez, Nunez, I apologize. Clearly broken. Level 5 counter, loop and cross there. She has both of the hands perks. So she has 97 punch power. So she outpunches everyone but Cyborg, and I'll get to Cyborg later. But there's no one in this division that can stand with Nunez in the pocket except for maybe Shevchenko and Cyborg. But she has force of nature. She has fast hands. Level 5 counter that laser focus, so basically 100 punch speed there. She has bulldog and she has crazy legs. I'm pretty sure she cannot throw switch kicks, but if she could, she'd be like damn near unbeatable. Has a great reach too, with basically a 70-inch reach. So she has a reach on almost the entire weight class here. We have Megan Anderson here. She's a sleeper. I'll get to her later. Shevchenko, obviously, we just went over her. Now, my pick is usually Chris Cyborg. Because Chris Cyborg, out the gates, force of nature, bulldog. She's going to be in your face the entire time. Second to none in this division with that punch power. She has a level 5 counter as well. Her right hand is damn near unbeatable. Great takedown defense because her ground game clearly isn't the best here with 89 body control, 88 top control, so you could like survive down there. If you get stubbed, you can survive. But dude, fast hands, her combos are going to come out really well. She can elbow knee cheese if you have to do that or if you just want to resort to that. Force of nature, so if you have that health advantage, you're going to be killing your opponent. She's like a bantamweight Francis Ngannou pretty much. Holly Holm is a sleeper pick if you can utilize your range, as she has Skirmisher, so it's very hard to hit people with Skirmisher. 98 footwork involved with that. She is the best kicker in this weight class, clearly. Crazy legs. No switch kick, though. Cyborg has a switch kick. Holly does not, sadly. And Holly Southpaw. Not too many people are used to going against Southpaw, and she has the best health in this division. I don't even have to check that. She has 97 chin, 96 body, 97 legs. Like she's like a damn robot. Her ground game is a lot to be desired though. Like you're fucked if you end up on the ground. And if you want to counter those that want to go to the ground, or you just want to be able to grapple yourself, and you don't want to choose Nunes because she's a 5-star fighter, Shevchenko works. Shevchenko can ground fuck the top people in this division. And Megan Anderson, 6 feet tall, not a crazy reach, because if you go against this woman right here, she's actually pretty good. I've used her. She has very good boxing, meta boxing, but Megan has meta boxing as well with level 4. She's 6 feet tall. She can meet elbow spam if you want to resort to that. Her 1-2 is very good. Her clinch is a 4-star, and she has light glue, so you can pretty much clinch spam and fuck people. Flyweight, I use Moreno, personally. 98 punch speed, longest arms in the division, and one of the tallest in the division. You cannot box with Moreno whatsoever. 96 chin, 97 cardio, 94 body. His weaknesses are really just switch stance. And his clinch game, but that's about it. You can take out that front leg, you have a shot, but if you're gonna box, you really can't. There's no one in the division that can box with him. Askar, the guy I was talking about earlier, the southpaw, pretty good. He can wrestle, 4-star wrestling. Moreno's weakness too is the ground. He only has level 3 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, level 2 wrestling, so he doesn't have any meta transitions or anything on the ground. You can honestly wrestle fuck him if you're good. This guy, he's very hard to hit. Skirmisher is Moreno's weakness. Like Mighty Mouse versus Moreno, you got a shot because you just can't touch this guy. 98 footwork. He has both of the footwork perks, so he pretty much has 100 footwork here. He can get in and out the pocket. He has marathoner, so if he's moving, he'll be fine. If you can turn into a 5-round fight, you know, higher altitude is going to activate for both of these guys. So it's not like he has a crazy advantage there, but just his footwork in general, his ability to get in and out. And a level 5 armbar, so he can do flying arm bars, which are very, very good. But Askar, you know, he has a 4-star 1-2. He's very good. And he's southpaw. You don't have too many southpaws in this division, honestly. Cejudo's pretty good, but like for the way you want to fight with Cejudo, we just can't choke people out or anything. It's 84 submission. I use Cejudo a little bit, but I prefer Moreno. But you can wrestle fuck anybody in the game with Cejudo in this weight class. Now, Figgy's actually pretty good, honestly. He has level 4 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so if you can get the fight into full guard while you're on the bottom, you can go into rubber guard, and rubber guard's pretty nice. You can actually tease elbows. That's Moreno cannot elbow, by the way. I don't think Mighty Mouse can either, or Cejudo, but oh, and Cejudo has the tar grip too. The tar grip is really, really good if you want to get your opponent down to the ground and you can't do good takedowns or anything. Now, Figgy has basically 100 punch speed, 98 punch power. He is second. Yeah, he's literally second to none. I don't think I have to check that. So he has the best box. Or he can stand with Moreno. Now I'm looking at this because Moreno has 98 punch speed, but like these two perks make anything non-jabs 100 punch speed pretty much right now. Crazy legs. He can switch kick. He has bulldog and nightmare in case you ever get into a grappling scenario. Kai Kara France is kind of a sleeper, but he just has no ground game. Like Moreno can wrestle fuck him, and that's not a good scenario you want to be in if someone's comfortable doing that. Dylan Shaw, level 2 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, level 4 wrestling, great kickboxing. That ducking roundhouse is a very, very good way to end your combinations there. 99 switch stance. Very few guys in this weight class can switch stance, honestly. I'd say 94 and up, and I consider you a switch stance fighter. But TJ just can't block. That's really it. But he has custom evasions if you're using head movement. Very fast, great footwork there. I don't think there's anyone else, honestly, in this weight class that I need to go over. Bantamweight. Now, Sterling's actually pretty good. He has every meta transition on the ground because he has level 4 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, level 3 wrestling. And that's required to get the crucifix and the rubber guard, by the way. So, he can stand a little bit. You don't really want to stand, obviously. You want to get to the ground and wrestle with that 97 top control, 92 takedowns. He's really nice on the ground. I'd say only person in the division he can't wrestle fuck is Cejudo, but no one uses Cejudo at bantamweight, honestly. There's just better options. Oh, Aldo, clearly one of the best picks here. Fast hands, pay to miss. So that counter hook is going to kill people. You can destroy legs here. He has no weaknesses in this game aside from subbing people, takedowns, switch stance. But that switch stance isn't a weakness because he has steel checks, so you can check those kicks. I see Dylan Shaw every now and then at bantamweight. Honestly, there are better options for a bantamweight fighter, in my opinion. Merab, he's not that crazy in this game. Even though he has 100 cardio, he has grinder and workhorse, so his cardio is just not gonna go down. But you don't need 90. You don't need 100 cardio. Like as long as you have 93 and up, I'd say you're fine. I'm a Sandhagen user, so I can tell you all about him. Really, there's no holes in his game, honestly. Like his takedown defense, I'd say his ground game pretty much. That's because he has level 3 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, level 2 wrestling, so he has no meta ground transitions. And you're kind of fucked if you go against a wrestler or anything. Like Sterling will kill Sandhagen in this game. But Sandhagen has the best health in his division. He has a 4-star clinch game, which not too many people use or know about. 4-star elbows. He has razor wire, so his knee speed is 100. His literally any kick that's not a spin kick has 100 speed pretty much. And then if you're on the bottom on the ground, let's say you're going against like a Sterling or something, and he tries like a triangle arm bar from top mount or something, you should be pretty fine with a 98 submission defense on the bottom. Now Cheeto, I don't see why people choose him when you can just go Sandhagen, and they pretty much have the same style here, as they both have frontal assault and razor wire. Cheeto has bulldog though, which is pretty nice. They have the same reach. Corey's just taller, so his kicks are gonna have more range and everything. Cruz is not a bad choice, but the only problem is no power, and once your block gets broken, you're fucked. Once they start breaking you down, you're pretty much fucked. But 100 head movement, 100 footwork with those perks, and he's always moving, and he can wrestle, level 4 wrestling. So you can do what you need to do. Rob Font, really good counters, pay to miss there, has 100 punch speed basically, no power though, but he has force of nature, which is very good. But the problem is if you get taken down, you're kind of fucked. He has no power, no, yeah, like just no power in general. So, but level 5 boxing there is very nice, and a level 5 jab, so you can block break a lot. Pedro Munez, I like to call him a sitting duck because his head movement's not great, his footwork's not great, he can't switch stance, he's not accurate, so I don't really use him personally. He's only 5'6", and his reach is fucking horrible. Jesus. I just don't see why people would pick Pedro. O'Malley's great, but I use Sandhagen personally because Sandhagen, he can't, he can get wrestle fucked, but like Sean, it's bad. If you get taken down and you're going against the same level type player, you're fucked. Your cardio's not great because you need 93 and up to really survive. If someone attacks your body or your legs, just not your head pretty much, they can kill you in about 2 rounds. He has get to your the to your feet perk. Spin kicks are solid. He has great footwork though. You can really set yourself up for success if you can box or kickbox. Just keep the fight standing. Sean Yadong's pretty good, but like anybody that's not crazy on the ground can get fucked in here. They can get fucked in this game. Like Sandhagen can wrestle fuck these guys, and that's not a scenario you really want to be in. But Song Yadong's hooks are very great. He has very good hooks. He has light glue too, so his clinch game is pretty solid, even though it's only rated at a 90 striking and 88 clinch control. Now, Piotr Jan is the best fighter in this division. He has no weaknesses except for subbing people. But, I mean, it's not like it's Cejudo where your game is built off wrestling. You have to, ground fucking wrestle fuck these guys. He can stand. His switch stance should legitimately be a 99. His southpaw in real life is very disgusting. Level 5 counter, level 5 boxing. He has the straight lead overhand combo, which is one of the best in the game. He just has no weaknesses to his game. And a sleeper fighter is Cody No Chin. Piotr Jan is pretty much Cody Garbrandt with the chin. Like you're just, and Cody can wrestle level 1 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu though, so you're fucked if you're on your back. But 97 punch power, 97 punch speed, 98 punch power. He has fast hands, so it's damn near 100 on anything that's non-straights and jabs, etc., etc. Marlon Moraes is pretty good as well, very good at kicking. If you can keep that fight and keep your range, he'll be nice. But he has no chin, just like Cody. Now moving on to featherweight. Clearly, Volk, no weaknesses in this game. Do I really have to talk about him? Max, everyone gets the gist with him. But people don't know. Max can wrestle a little bit, honestly. Level 2 wrestling, level 1 Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, but like if you're down there, you can survive, obviously. McGregor, same thing. Like, we don't really have to talk about these three. Everyone knows about them. This guy that just got added, he's actually pretty solid. It's just his cardio's bad. But if you know how to maintain cardio, you'll be fine. And his cardio is 92 to 94 in the first 2 rounds. So for ranked, you should be fine those first 2 rounds if you can maintain it. Now, personally, I use Hooker, 75-inch reach, which is very great if you look at the rest of this weight class. You're just at the top fighters. He has the longest reach, tied with Barbosa. But he has a 94 chin, so he can take some hits. His calf kick is very great. His 1-2 calf kicks are nice. Level 5 knee, which is ridiculous. He has crazy legs, obviously. His counter straight is nice. So I personally use Hooker. He just has a range. If you can utilize it properly, your recovery is a 99. I don't know why they have like that as a separate stat and like wake up call, but wake up call it activates for any stunned or like knockdowns. So he has 99 recovery pretty much. Lightweight here. I'm not gonna speak about the 5-star fighters. We already know what Khabib, Islam, and Volk can do. Oliveira, underrated striking, honestly. His hole in his game is takedown defense, which isn't a hole because he's level 5 Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. And if you fuck up on the ground one time with this guy, 100 submission, he has a sub from pretty much every position in the game. He's ridiculous on the ground. You make one mistake and the game could be over with. He won't get subbed either, as he has 97 sub defense because he has both of the perks. He has 100 cardio, or 99 and 97 cardio on the ground as well. And his front kick is very nice. It is very slept on, and people can't get stunned by it. Fiziev, his player model is not good to support his kickboxing style. His legs are very short, so it's hard to hit that 5-star lead to his body kick, which is very broken. Gaethje, we know what he can do. You want to keep the fight standing up. He has like level 4 wrestling, I'm pretty sure, but he's just not great on the ground there. His control's not great, so you want to avoid the ground at all costs, sadly. Poirier, I'd say he's arguably the best fighter in this division. He has level 3 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but they gave him rubber guard. Level 5 boxing, level 4 armbar, so he can't do the flying armbar. There's no holes in his game, aside from his takedown defense. Or if you can just get him on his back and keep it out of full guard, you can win the fight against Dustin here. El Kakoi's pretty nice. He has level 3 wrestling, I'm pretty sure, and level 5 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's a level 5 jab. It's just his stats aren't that good. But his strength is he can 99 switch stance, so you can fight orthodox southpaw, that cardio, but his body health does not match it at all. Chandler's not a bad option, but the cardio's gonna get you killed here. So let's move on to welterweight. Leon Edwards is very nice. I don't know why he's not listed as 6'2". He should actually be taller. But his elbows are ridiculous. For him not to have razor wire is insane to me, honestly. When his best moves are clearly elbows right now. 96 body, so you can't really attack his body like that. He can wrestle, he can stand up. Not many weaknesses in this game. I'm personally a Rachmanov user. This guy's disgusting. His clinch is really nasty. His knees and elbows are disgusting, clearly. His counter straight is very nice. Pretty sure he has a level 4 lead hook and a level 4 straight, so that combo is really nice. He feels shorter than 5'10" in his game. His stance is not good. But he has fast hands, so he can actually stand up and box in the pocket there. He has both of the submission perks, so his sub defense is a 100. He has Nightmare, which is like, it's an okay perk. It's not gonna like do much for you unless you're in a specific scenario, but his health can get him fucked up. His cardio's not that great either. Chimaev is pretty nice because he's tall. He has a reach on everybody except for Rachmanov, but like it balances out because he's taller. He's not really going to put in, you're not going to be able to kick with him. You're going to just really clinch, you're going to grapple, you're going to get it to the ground, you're going to do what you have to do. Covington's the same way, but Covington has 100 cardio, whereas Chimaev only has 93. But Covington is a fucking dog. You just keep that
You keep that intensity up the entire game, and you just wear your opponent out, just like he does in real life. Usman is nice. Usman just can't kick, but he has a level 5 1-2. Level 5 wrestling as well. He's fucking disgusting. Force of nature, both of the stamina perks. So he has 100 cardio as long as he's not standing up, as long as he's clinching you or on the ground. He's very good. People sleep on Bilal Muhammad. Honestly, I've been killed by Bilals before. Just can't sub people that well. And Wonder Boy, you already know what he's about, but like a takedown and it's over with. El Kakoi, I spoke on him earlier. Paul Felder has level 5 Muay Thai. He's actually pretty solid if you want a sleeper pick. And for if I'm using a low level fighter, I use Kevin Holland. They just added him in this weight class a month or two ago. Longest reach in this weight class. He has force of nature. His counter straight is ridiculous. He can get to the feet. Level. He has level in wrestling, sadly. So if you're on top on the ground, you're not gonna do that much. But if you're on the bottom, he can go from side control to full guard. Like his bottom game on the ground is actually pretty good. He's a black belt jiu-jitsu, so I hope so. Middleweight, Kevin Holland once again. Israel's very good, but you have to know how to use him. He's not just someone you can pick up the sticks with and do pretty good. I'm an Israel user, but like I wouldn't say I'm like crazy good with him or anything. Pereira, you can actually wrestle fuck him with Izzy, which is insane. But if you keep that fight standing up, there's damn near no one that could beat him. He has a reach on everybody. He's just bigger, faster, stronger. Romero's only weakness to me is his cardio and the fact that he's short. Like if you're going against Israel or Alex, they're just so tall and lengthy for this weight class. It's hard to get in the pocket with them. Cannonier's actually pretty solid, even though they didn't really give him perks. But that punch power is just not matched. It's ridiculous. And since he's short with really long arms too, so he's not 5'11". With that reach, realistically, he feels about 6'3". Costa's pretty good. He has great health. You can take a hit with Costa, honestly, but his animations aren't that good. Like his kicking animations aren't that good. I don't see many people use this guy, but I use him a couple matches. He's really nasty on the ground. Rockhold has zero chin, but you already know what Rockhold's about if you know about the UFC. They're gonna give the guy 110 eventually. Vittori's actually pretty good, but I've never seen anyone stay in southpaw with him, even though he has no switch stance. But he can't really kick. He's a boxer that can take a hit. And if you want that, you can just really go with Bisping, honestly. Bisping's just a better option, better. I wouldn't say the perks are better, but like if you're gonna be in there for a while and you know if you can just outlast your opponent, you can win the game. Bisping's a great option. Chimaev once again. Gastelum's pretty good if you know how to maneuver your way into the pocket there and keep it a close fight. Now light heavyweight, I use John Jones, but when I don't feel like using a OP character, I use Jan a little bit, but my main choice here is Gustafsson. Gustafsson, 6'5" for a light heavyweight, which is very tall. Level 4 takedowns, level 2 wrestling. He has 98 punch speed basically at 6'5", so he has a longer reach. He's very hard to grapple with, and his footwork is very good for someone of his size. He's basically 100 footwork when he's backing up. So it's hard to get near this guy. It's hard to be in the pocket with him. It's hard to get into your own pocket without taking the hit with him, obviously. Rumble is very good. Just that hit power. There's certain guys in the game, it's just one hit and it can be all over with. And he's one of those guys. Yuri Prohaska is very good as well. He's a cheese fighter, honestly. I'm surprised he doesn't have razor wire, honestly, but very, very cheesy. But no one uses light heavyweight. It's the worst weight class in the game. And then heavyweight Jones once again. Cormier, if you can negate that just reach advantage or reach disadvantage in this scenario, you can put in a lot of work with Cormier. Cyro Gain is level 3 wrestling, so you can actually like survive on the ground if you're on top. Best kickboxer in this division, even though I know Overeem exists, but just Gain, just footwork, in and out. He's like a heavyweight Dom Cruz, to me at least. Fucking Uberim is ridiculously cheese. He's so cheese, dude. Fuck, man. Level 5 knees to the, with clenching or just regular stand up. Like, it's ridiculous how cheesy he is. Cardio Kane is. He's not that good in this game for some reason. But the thing is, I will say with him, if you're a heavyweight and you have great top control, dude, you can win majority of your fights. You can win a majority of them. Tom Aspinall is good if you want to do a little bit of everything. He has no weaknesses for real, but no strengths. Curtis Blaze, obviously a great wrestler. All his perks go towards wrestling, so you don't want to really keep the fight stand up unless you have to. Gustafson, obviously I just spoke about him. He's a pretty good choice. Now Minotaur is actually pretty good. Wait, am I bugging? I swear. Did they like? Hold on, let me see something. No, I'm not bugging. They made him really short for this weight class. They changed his height for some reason. I knew I wasn't like tripping. Yeah, okay. Anyways, great Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's just disgusting on the ground. He's like heavyweight Oliveira. That's the best way to put it. A sleeper, Sergey Popovich is literally a white Francis Ngannou, dude. He can wrestle too. Level 2 wrestling, but he has level 4 takedowns from the clinch. But he has like 15 5-star stand-up strikes, like longest reach in the game, but his player model doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like his 84-inch reach, honestly. Volkov is very, very good. He's very slept on. I use him if I feel like kickboxing. He has a very good switch kick. It's hard to get in range with him with that skirmisher perk. Like if you skirmisher is very good if you can honestly control the cage here. Let's see who else is pretty good in this division. Kimbo Slice is very slept on. Like if you can survive on the ground. Like go for Kimbo. If you want to use someone that's like okay, you don't want to use like anyone broken. Brock Lesnar's actually very good. He's a very tough fight. Just because he has 98 takedowns and 96 top control, like it's very irritating playing him if you don't have a ground fighter. Let's see. There's one more guy too. Is it him? Yes, it is. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's Junior Dos Santos. I'm bugging. Where's Junior Dos Santos? Oh yeah, DD. Here he is. Here he is. Junior Dos Santos is very good as well. His kicks are very, very nice, but he just has no chin, sadly. And then the last guy I will talk about here is Fabricio. Very, very disgusting on the ground. You won't tap him out. He's gonna tap you out. Great Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Leg chokes are very nice, but I'm not that good at chokes. Like if he's on his back, that's where he's at his best, which is really, really unorthodox for UFC 4. But yeah, those are all the fighters that I personally use. I think that are the best, and those are all the perks. See you guys.